Hello everyone, it is your boy Winster, and I'm back at it again with another video. Today we are doing a deck profile on the Fire King Snake Eye strategy. Before we get into the deck profile, if you guys are liking this type of content, if you guys like deck profiles, if you guys like unboxings, if you guys like market watch, tier lists, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you guys could watch all that type of content. Also, while you're down there, turn on the notification bell. That way you guys could stay up to date with all the content. And check out the description box, guys. I have a very active TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter. More importantly, I do have a very active Discord that I'm always talking to all my friends there. So come and join the crew. Let's jump right into today's deck profile. Getting us started, we play 3 copies of Snake Eye Ash. This card's the best normal summon in the deck. Searches out any level 1 fire monster, so it could be Ponix, it could be Jet Synchron. Has another effect, send this and another face-up card on the field as cost to special summon any Snake Eye monster. The usual target is going to be Flamberge, but you could realistically do anything. Of course, we play 2 copies of the Poplar. In the pure version, you play 3 copies of this. Playing 2 is pretty good. Anytime you add it to your hand other than drawing it, you can special summon it. It can set any Snake Eye spell or trap, which is really good. And then when it's into the grave in any kind of capacity, it could go ahead and place itself in the spell and trap zone, which could be fodder for like other cards, usually original Sinful Spoil, or Snake Eye Ash or Oak. We play 1 Oak for combo, but this card is insane, right? Anytime it's summon or special, normal summon or special, you could go ahead and special summon 1 from the graveyard. Has the same effect as Ash, send this and another face-up card. Usual target is going to be Flamberge. And then I play a little bit of a different build. I play Snake Eye Birch. I do think a lot of people are sleeping on this card. Anytime you control a fire monster, just special summon it. It does have the same effect as like Oak and Snake Eye Ash, but it's only on your opponent's turn, which is why a lot of people aren't playing it. But sometimes all you really need is an extra body. Of course, you play the Flamberge. In a more pure build, I think you play 2 copies of this thing, but this card is absolutely nuts. Facilitates all combos in this deck. It's into the graveyard in any capacity. You could go ahead and special summon non-targeting 2 level 1s. If you have multiple level 1s in your graveyard, it could kind of play around DD Crow because it doesn't target, which is absolutely insane. I play 2 copies of the Witch. In the more pure version, you play 3. Card's insane. Special summon, set original Sinful Spoils or Wanted, which is absolutely insane. And a pretty big beat stick, right? And also facilitates like dark combos. The Link monster, that is, because it's a dark. Onto the spells, I play 3 copies of Bonfire. Pretty self-explanatory. This is a consistency card. The usual target is Poplar, but this does heavily play into Droll, and especially right now when that's a very popular card. But you could realistically search out any level 1 monster in the deck, other than Ponix, because that's not a Pyro. And then, of course, you play 3 copies of Wanted. Pretty self-explanatory, just extra copies of Witch, which is realistically why I didn't play a 3rd copy of Witch, because you already have all these. The fact that it's a quick play is also another broken part of this card. You could activate it and play around like Droll when you activate it in the draw phase. And then on top of that, it's an extra draw. Of course, you play the original Sinful Spoil. This card is broken. Part of the combo mostly. And then I play 1 Divine Temple. This card is actually crazy. You can play around like Nibiru with this card. If you like open this and Oak, you could play around Nibiru, which is like insane. Super good card. In the more pure version, I think you made multiple copies and the same thing for like original. But this card is really slept on, I think. Onto the Fire Kings. This is like the real brick part of the deck. But it's really consistent engine. You play 3 Kirin, which is the best Fire King, and it also helps you dodge cards like Effect Veiler or Imperm. And it also starts like triggering other cards if you already have like Runics in the grave. And then I play 1 Ponix. Ponix is the part of the Fire King engine that bridges with the Snake Eye stuff, because it's a level 1 fire monster. You could search it off at Ash. You could summon it off of Oak. You could special summon this off of original Sinful Spoils. It's a pretty good card. Unfortunately, it's a brick. You play the 1 Ardvada because of the negation, and also this summons Fire King back. You play 1 Garunix. Honestly, another brick. I wouldn't recommend playing more copies than this. All you're ever going to use this for is to like pop something, pop Kirin from the deck, pop some stuff. Good in that right, but bricky in almost every other situation. As for the spells, I play the one Sanctuary and then I play the one Island. I wouldn't recommend playing more. I do think that Fire King Island is a big liability because usually this gets Cosmic Cyclone or it gets removed in any kind of way that isn't banished face down and your whole field is gone. Yes, it does maybe start triggering some effects, but I do think it's a bigger liability. And then for another Fire King card that I play is I play the Skyburn. I may switch this out for Circle, but I do find it pretty useful at times because you could just pop your stuff and then get rid of some of your opponent's stuff. And it also has like some protection, right? In some situations, you would want to keep a monster that way you could just like swing through. But you could play this or Circle. It doesn't really matter. I just want to have an extra card other than just the Sanctuary or have the Island. As for my non-engine, I played 3 copies of Droll. This card is amazing in the format. Really good against Rogue as well, right? If you're not ready for it, this just stops any deck right now. And then I play 3 copies of Effect Veiler. Veiler is really, really good because it's a light. Unfortunately, in the mirror, right, they could just remove their targeted monster with like Kieran. But this is also really good because if they don't have the Kieran, if you negate the Oak or fully negate the Ash, unless they could bring it back that same turn, the whole effect's negated. So if they try to activate it and send that card and another card as costs, it's just still going to get negated, which I think is really, really good. The same reason why I am playing Infinite Impermanence, right? Because it negates the whole effect of the card, not just like a part of it, right? Like with like Ash, they could activate another part of the effect and then just go off. So that's why I'm playing these. And then I am playing triple copies of Nibiru. I think this is one of the more impactful cards in the current meta. Reason being is because like just Fire King just swarms like crazy. This is one card that could potentially stop him if like timed correctly. So that's why I am playing 3 copies of it. And then for my last non-engine, I am playing Called by the Grave. I'm not playing Ash. I don't think Ash is that good in the format. Going second and in the mirror, let's say if your opponent's comboing off, they could just Hita and then get the Ash and then just build even more in the mirror, because like one Ash is not going to do anything to this deck, because this deck could play through Nibiru, it could play through other hand traps. So that's why I ended up taking it out, because I feel like it's more of a liability. And onto the extra deck, I am playing one Anima. Because I'm playing Nibiru, sometimes it just gets a really big chunky boy, and then you could just swing for game with this. And for my link twos, I am playing one Doolittle Chimera. I'm playing one Wolf. Card's absolutely insane, right? Adds a monster, a fire monster. So if you were playing Ash, you could add the Ash back. That way you could have more defensive options on your opponent's turn. But usually you're just going to add whatever monster that you need to help you set up for next turn. And then I play one IP. Pretty self-explanatory. I play one Hita. This is really good because like everyone's playing like Ash right now. Or they're playing Fire Kings, so you could just steal whatever monster. So in a lot of cases, you could just summon back the your opponent's Snake Eye Ash and then get the effect, or you could do the Poplar. There's just so many things that you could do with Hita, and I think it's one of the best extra deck monsters right now. Same thing with Dark, right? Because you could just steal your opponent's Diabellstar and then just start activating those effects, which is super useful right now. And then I play one SP. For my Link 3s, I play one Promethean Princess. This card is absolutely insane, man. The fact that you can special summon it on both turns anytime something special summon on your opponents is just absolutely insane. It does restrict you from special summoning anything that's not fire, but you could just usually link this off and then just go into your next play. And then for my second Link 3, I played one Celine. We played like double Diabellstar, and there's just a lot of like spellcasters that we could use. Effect Veiler is one of them as well. But really, really good to go into Link 4 plays or just go into whichever one that you need. And for my Link 4s, I play the one Raging Phoenix and then one Zealantis. Like, Zealantis is absolutely insane. You like put them in the middle column, and then you could special summon all your Link monsters, right? And if they're co-link, this could pop cards equal to the amount of co-links, which is like absolutely insane, man. I don't know, whoever thought about that card is just absolutely crazy. I'm glad that it's finally seeing some play. And then for my other one is just Apo. Pretty self-explanatory why we play the Apo. And then the whale, this card is also interruption on our opponent's turn, right? If a link 3 or lower is destroyed, was graveyard, banish it, pop a card on the field, which is pretty good. And on top of that, it helps us get Promethean Princess to the grave while being fire restricted. And then that's it for my Link Forest. For my Link 5, I play Underworld Goddess. This card comes up way too much. There's just so many cards that just can't be they are unaffected by anything, and it's just easy to just get rid of them with like Underworld Goddess. And then my last extra deck monster, I am playing Garunix Eternity. This is something that I may cut out. Maybe add like Super Polys to the deck. Maybe add some Super Poly targets in my extra deck. There's just a number of things that you could cut out for this. But it does come up. Not as often, but it does come up. So that is going to be it for today's deck profile. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really enjoying this deck. This deck is like really fun. Plays through so many hand traps. I'd recommend give this deck a try. There are more cheaper alternatives. I recently saw like super heavy samurais in this deck, which cuts out like the bonfire and like the wanteds and stuff. So a super affordable deck. I do think that it is a very consistent. There's just so much that you could do with the deck every single turn, whether it's yours or your opponent's turn. And on top of that, there's just so much consistency to it, right? Like you have like bonfires and stuff like that. They just allow you to extend. There are other cards that you could play. You could play like 1-for-1 to extend even more. You just cut out the crossout designator. But yeah, guys, I'm really enjoying the deck. Let me know what you guys think of my deck profile. What do you guys think about the deck? Is it truly tier 0, as everyone's saying, or just damn near tier 0? Let me know in the comment section. Any changes you would make. What are you playing? What do you think? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Turn on the notification bell. Check out my other social media platforms. That's going to be it for me today. Peace out, guys. Be safe.